a ton of stuff to do here.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about Michael, outside of PianoSquall. I mean, obviously you're not walking around...
Take off the jacket,
right? Right, and the chain and all that.
Right.
What is it that you enjoy outside of gaming music?
Gaming
outside
and
of going
anime.
to...
These conventions. I mean, honestly, this is going to sound really nerd. My life is games and music. Like, when I have a free minute, I'm either playing game music on the piano or playing RPGs. Like, this is what I do. I enjoy playing chess. I was a competitive chess player throughout elementary school and high school. And I started playing when I was 6, and I guess chess was like the precursor to the piano thing. Like, I just went as far as I could with chess. I did national tournaments and things like that. But I eventually decided that chess was not rewarding enough to me to make it a living, because you don't get to affect people with your work. Chess is something it's about competing. It's
about the game.
It's about competition. I hate competition. There's nothing. I mean, that is the one thing I hate more than anything, is the word competition, because that just, I think, takes the fun out of anything you can possibly do. And chess was competition at that level.
So rather than trying to have fun with it, it's more like, well, I've got to be better than what this
guy
guy
be better than other
is working
people.
on. Right.
I mean, music, you don't have to be better than anyone. You just have to be good enough to do your thing. And music's a wonderful thing, because not only is it non-competitive, but it's also something you can use to make other people happy. So you've got that. I mean, music was much more rewarding for me. Now, there are people who love competition. I mean, they thrive off the feeling of being best, I just have no interest whatsoever in competing in anything.
Potentially, tomorrow, at your concert, you could potentially have 4,500 people listening to you play.
Yes, sir.
And then some.
Yes, sir.
Does it get any bigger? I mean, where do you go from here? What is next for you? If you're going to pack the stadium tomorrow, I mean, what the hell do you do after this?
You do one with 1,000 people. The numbers to me are, the more people I get to make happy, you know? Those people are going to be smiling tomorrow. It's going to be people crying tomorrow. And that's what the rewarding experience is. I get to make 4,500 people feel something tomorrow. What comes next? I go to a charity concert for 70 people. And then I do another con for 1,000 people.
So to you, the number is irrelevant other than there's that many more people having fun. It's not a badge binder, not like, you know, you get to put it on top of your shelf as 4,500 people at Otakon. You know, that was...
No, I mean, they say it's very significant. I mean, as a performer, if your goal is to entertain, and you've got 4,500 people to entertain, I would consider that tremendous. I mean, that's a great thing. It's a very notable thing to me. I'd much rather perform for 4,500 people than 100 people, you know, because I get to spend the same hour and affect a lot more people. As far as would I ever do anything less than Otakon again, of course. I already have conventions from 1,000 people through, 1,000 people total at the convention. I mean, this one has 22,000.
Right.
I've got conventions, a 20th is the size, booked up for next year. Today I booked a charity concert. We're going to raise money for the Maryland Food Bank in Baltimore through the Villa Julie Anime Club, which is Villa Julie College in Maryland. And I'm coming back. We got 70 people to that concert last year, and from 70 people, we got 256 pounds of food for the charities. So you can believe that everybody's bringing a few pounds of food, and we're coming back to do it again this year. So that's on the schedule.
And more likely going to be larger than it was last year?
I think the people from Otakon are going to come, because this is a local con and this is a local charity event. So I think we can put a couple hundred, maybe we'll get 1,000 pounds of food this year.
What other conventions would you like to do, I mean, other than Otakon, this being one of the largest that there is?
I'd like to do any convention that wants a nerd in black leather playing the piano. I'll do anything. All you need to do is give me a plane ticket and a hotel room, and I'll go to your con. I'd love to do the bigger cons, because those cons are the ones where I can reach more people. I'd love to do Anime Central, Anime Expo, Anime Boston, Anime Next, all these big cons, because that's where I get the chance to meet and connect with as many people as possible. And I'd love to continue doing the small cons and new cons. You know, anything that'll happen, anything that'll come up. Every couple of weekends, I want to be traveling.
Well, it certainly sounds like you have a lot going on. Obviously, there's a couple more conventions. For those of you people who are watching this later on the road, if you happen to know somebody in those conventions, you may want to pass on the word. You may want to mention that, PianoSquall is obviously willing to do well, pretty much anybody who wants to listen to gaming music.
Sure.
And to me, that's the most impressive thing, and that's what impressed me last year. I mean, I know too many people, me personally, not necessarily in video game and gaming music, but I mean, there's too many people out there who are looking to make a buck or are looking to push some kind of personal agenda through what it is they do, whether it be gaming radio, whether it be concerts, whether it be webcomics, etc. And you go up there, and you're just there to have fun. You're just there for music, and you're just there for everybody who shows up.
I don't think you can sustain anything else. In the long run, the amount of time and energy it takes to be able to perform at this level is so tremendous that if you don't love it, you cannot sustain it. You will get bored, you'll quit, and money is not enough of a motivator for anybody to sustain this in the long run.
It'll only get you so far, and then fashion
It'll fill your pockets, but there's a lot of ways to make money. But there's not too many opportunities to do something really rewarding.
Well, Michael, I appreciate your time. I know it's Saturday night. I'm sure you got a lot to do, preparation for tomorrow.
I appreciate your time.
I really thank you for the interview, and I can't wait for the concert tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to it.
See you there.
So anytime.
Take care. Have a great one.
You too. You'll be able to find this interview at onezeroborn.com. That's Planet Pielgard's online gaming radio networking community.